Yeah, good. The truth does not change no matter what. The truth does not change no matter what. Part two. Part two. So I was saying, um, we cannot change good. I mean, we cannot change the truth. Sorry, the truth does not change no matter what. We cannot change the truth no matter what direction we take. We cannot change the truth. The truth stands. The truth stays. It is unchangeable. It it does not move. Okay, it stands. And when you look at religion, Christianity is one of the oldest. When you go into your historical research, Christianity is the oldest religion. I wouldn't call it religion, but Christianity is it older than Muslim. It older than Islam. It is older than than Hinduism. It is older than Buddhism. These um, spiritual um, beliefs, these other beliefs apart from Christianity, like Islam came 600 and something years, I think, after Christianity. Okay, so why would you go and seek something that recently came about? That recently um um was found. Why would you not bypass what was there first and seek seek something that came after? I would rather seek what was there first. You understand? Because it was there first. You know what I'm saying? And many of those other religions came after, and many of them often seek to, have some type of relevance with Christianity. Like many of them, like Islam, they have um, some of the elements of Christianity in the Quran. Where they believe in Jesus Christ, and but they consider Jesus Christ to be a prophet and not God on earth. Okay, Jesus did prophesy, he did preach, he did all that, but he was God. He was on a different level. He was classified, or he was in a class by himself. You know what I'm saying? He had never sinned. Man does not have the power to be on earth and not sin. The only power that is able to be on earth and not sin, it can only be God, the most holy man. He failed to maintain perfection. No man on earth has ever been able to attain perfection. The only man was Jesus Christ. So therefore, that is the intrinsic of God. That is God. If he has never sinned, that is the class of God. That is the capacity. That is the level of God. So it should not be difficult for anyone to to believe him as being God. I don't see why it is so difficult. I don't see why anyone should have a hard time um, considering Jesus to be God. You know what I'm saying? Um, he did so many amazing things in his lifetime. Historians, they cannot resist the fact that he did walk this earth. He was here. They cannot refute it. The man Christ, he did walk the earth. And if he walked the earth, and if he really was here, okay, then why is it so hard for people to to accept him and to follow his way? That's because the reason why it is so hard for people to settle for his existence and what he was about is because human beings love to sin. Human beings love wicked. they love to be wicked. Wicked is not considered as wicked on this earth. Like wickedness, wicked things aren't always, they don't always have that ugly image. Wicked things sometimes look beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And judgment as to what wickedness or wicked is, sometimes it based on what it appears to be. Sometimes man judge things according to how it feels and what it looks like. If a sexy chick walk down the road, they won't look at that as wicked. They would look at that as awesome. It is wicked. First of all, no woman is supposed to be sexy. Sexy is demonic. It comes from hell. It was premeditated by evil. It was inspired by evil. Sexy, okay, is something that was designed to tempt men or women. It was designed to deflect men from seeking God, from having the mindset of Christ, from wanting to be a part of Christ. That's what sexy does. It triggers promiscuity. It triggers fornication. It triggers adultery. It causes debauchery. It triggers a lot of things. It is demonic. However, most people would look at it as not bad. It's awesome. They find the most amazing word to describe a sexy female. Now, I'm just using an example of how we judge wicked things according to their image and according to how they make us feel. Cigarette is wicked, but to some people, they wouldn't consider it as wicked. They would consider it as something that could alleviate your stress, and so on. Masturbation is wicked. Some people would say, no, it's natural. It's just a release. No, it's wicked. Why? Because every time you masturbate, you have to imagine something sexually immoral. You can't be masturbating and masturbate with a free mind, an empty mind. It does not exist. There is no masturbation being motivated from an empty mind. You cannot get masturbation from an empty mind. A mind that is saturated with sexual images and sexual thoughts is the very propeller or mechanism of masturbation. It drives the desire. It drives a person to masturbate. A person becomes addicted. They become like a slave. When a person masturbates, he literally becomes like a slave because he eventually might not be able to control himself as he or she desire to have that orgasm. You know, that orgasm that is so accessible. You know what I'm saying? That's what masturbation is. It's a replacement. It's a replacement of fornication and so on. And so it does not look at as it does not appear or consider to be, it does not consider to be evil by many people. They consider it to be something normal. It is not normal. It's not normal. No, it's not. Then you have the F word, like F-U-C-K, and those type of words. Those words, a lot of people consider that word to be a reasonable word, a convenient word for when you are angry and you want to release your anger in verbally. Some people would say it's the right word to release your anger verbally, but it's a wicked word. It's wicked. And so I'm trying to you know, I'm trying to highlight some of the things that are evil but are considered to be not a problem, awesome by humankind. So this is what I'm saying is the image of evil. It does not always come as ugly or beastie or whatever. Sometimes evil comes in a beautiful appearance. You know what I'm saying? A matter of fact, evil is coming in that appearance because that's the appearance that in which of which it is able to captivate people. The devil does not come with the horns and whatever. You know what I'm saying? He sometimes comes as a sexy chick or whatever. Because that's what he's gonna captivate you with. That is what he's gonna be able to capture your attention instantly. You know what I'm saying? Instantly. You know what I'm saying? So the image of evil does not is not always ugly. It's not always frightening. And this is the worst type of evil. Because if you were to confront evil in its ugly form, like physically ugly or whatever, you would run. And if such is the case, he or whatever it is won't be able to catch you because it come in its ugly form. But if it comes in a good looking, cute form, then it would catch you. So evil is coming in that image. Because for you for people to captivate the attention of people, they are going to put a nice looking sexy chick, you know what I'm saying, a nice sexy chick, cute, pretty model type of chick to captivate the attention of people. But that's an evil image. That's an image that's gonna deflect man from focusing on their wives or deflect women from focusing on their husbands and stuff like that. So the image of evil is not always ugly. And so this is why a lot of people won't consider a lot of evil things to be evil. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the evil things that are evil won't be considered as evil by many people because of their appearance and because of the way these things make people feel. Okay? And so, like I said before, the truth remains. It does not need any man approval for it to be. It will be, regardless of what people think. This is what people need to understand. Like, you could literally live your life like you're not going to die. It's not going to change that reality that you can die at any given moment, anywhere, any place, anytime, in any way. You could die at any given moment. This is something you're not going to change, even if you live healthy, even if you take care of yourself, even if you're a very conservative person, even if you're cautious, you still cannot, you can't eliminate that reality. You can't get rid of this truth, this fact. We tend to live like, we have a way of creating, our own outlook in life and ignore the reality. We tend to not want to face reality. And the reason why people don't want to face reality most of the time is because reality is going to bring conviction. That's what reality does. It brings conviction, and people don't like to be convicted. They don't like to be oppressed with that guilty mindset, because being guilty is not always a bad thing. Sometimes when you are confronted with a message, it could literally cause you, that message could be about many things that you are doing that are wrong. And it's not that you don't know that they are wrong, it's just that you just want to live and ignore the wrong, ignore the consequences, what could happen. But when you are confronted by a message that remind you that, hey, that which you are doing is wrong, and this is the consequences, and you need to face reality. And so people don't want to face reality. That's why when you preach about hell and when you preach the gospel, it provokes anger in people, because it reminds people that they are on that path. They are on that path. They are on that path, and they don't want to be reminded of such. They want to believe that when they die, they go to heaven, even if they are doing a bunch of wicked things, even if they are selling drugs or stealing money from their boss, or stealing money from the government, or you know, having sex with little kids. You know what I'm saying? People just want to do what they want and throw it in God's face and demand that God accept it. God is not going to accept it. People are literally allowing themselves to believe that there is no God, and literally going around telling people that there is no God. That's the most foolish thing ever. The reason why I say the most foolish thing ever, because you cannot get something from nothing. Nothing can only produce nothing. You cannot get, it's illogical. Man, I can't believe intelligent people could be so illogical and dumb to literally think that you could literally get something from nothing. Because to believe that there is no God is literally resorting to the ideology that you could get something from nothing. Because you cannot get it. If we are here, it's because we were put here. We have not come here like Captain Cave. No, we have not come here like that. We have not come here just like that. Like we have not, it's like a man and a woman fell from the sky at the start. Two butt naked people falling from the sky. Okay, they fell from the sky, but where did they come from? If they fell from the sky, then they must have come from somewhere up there. And then whatever is up there must have enough intelligence to create the body of a human being, plus put a spirit in the being. There must be a creator. You cannot get this beautiful body, how it's and the way it functions, and the design of it, and say it comes from nothing. You cannot get such careful creation. You have the cells, you have DNA, you have veins, you have hearts, you have kidneys, lungs, liver. You cannot get such phenomenal creation with so much authenticity physical structure, the way the body is put, a design from. You can't get it from nothing. You cannot get such creation from nothing. It is absolutely crazy to even think of such. It's crazy to think that you could get something from nothing. So the idea of there is no God is just one of the most foolish thing ever. Saying there is no God is literally saying you are not real. If there is no God, then you are not real. And if you are not real, you're not supposed to feel. You're not supposed to feel. Something that is not real is not supposed to feel. If you feel, then it means you are real. Because your feeling tells that you are real and you exist. And feelings come from something. And so we are literally, we only the reflection of our creator in a sense. You know what I'm saying? We have intelligence. We have a spirit. We are able to communicate. We are able to create. These are just the reflection of our creator. Just a reflection. Not when I say reflection, I'm just saying, in a sense where God give us so many abilities, that literally shows that your God is literally telling you that if he can create, he's gonna create his creation to be able to create things. And it's obvious. We create buildings, we create phones, and we create destruction, we create planes, and so on, cars, and so on. And so those are just the attributes that God wants us to see, that he is so powerful that he could literally create us with the ability to create things. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy. But, people are so impervious and so stubborn that they would believe anything. They would even believe that the poop of a fly is God. They would believe anything just to escape reality. People don't want to face reality because they know that they are not going to change. They are not going to let go. They are not going to change and let go. They are going to stick to their cocaine. They're going to stick to their corrupt business. They're going to stick to their stealing. They're going to stick to their racism. They're not going to let go of their hatred. They are going to stick to their condescending personality. They are going to stick to that mindset thinking that they are better than others. They're going to stick to that mindset thinking that they are more superior. These are nonsensical mindset, because God gave every race a gift. God give white people a gift. God give black people a gift. God give the Chinese a gift. God give the Jews a gift. The Arabs a gift. God give the Spanish people a gift. And we all can serve each other with these gifts. We were given these gifts to glorify God as we would serve each other and do good things to each other with our gifts. But no, we want to have that selfish mentality of thinking that, hey, I'm better than you. I got more money than you. Look at you, you dog. Those are wicked mindset, wicked mentality. People literally in this earth, people literally, like I think a man bought a dog. I think a man bought a dog. He bought a dog for $1 million. I think it's 6 million or 7. A dog, a D-O-G. A man bought a dog for so much money. How in the world you could literally bypass so many people starving in your country? I'm not even going to say Africa or India, those poor places. I'm going to just talk about your country. There are so many miserable people in your country, people who are suffering, dying from hunger, and on the street, need financial help. They need medical help. There are places that help people and have equipments, and they need equipments to help people, and you literally take your wicked self and go and buy a dog, costs millions of dollars. That's wicked. That is wickedness, and that is a reality of being wicked. But no, you know what they're gonna say? They're gonna say, oh, it's his money, he could do what he wants. No, you just can't do what you want because you got money. There are some things you're not allowed. It's just not reasonable to do. You know what I'm saying? It's not reasonable because yes, you got money. It's your money. But how in the world how much does a dog need to survive? A dog is not hard to please. You could give a dog a bone. The dog will chill on that for the whole day. You're gonna literally take like $6 million or whatever to buy a dog. No, that's what I'm talking about. That's just the example of how wicked, we're so wicked. Oh my, now you understand why God regret He create man. These are some wicked things. Why would people create bombs that are so destructive it could kill millions of people in one shot? One shot plus literally leaves a toxic poison in the atmosphere that can linger in the atmosphere for years. Why would a man create such a thing just for power? Why would you create a bomb that could destroy millions of people in one shot just for the sake of being in power, of maintaining power? There are men out there creating things to maintain power, and they cannot keep their own house in order. You can't. Your daughter is acting like a little whore, and you going about in a scientific lab creating bombs to kill people, and you cannot control your own daughter who's having sex with multiple men who could be her own father. You can't control her. She's a little whore, and you are there going creating bombs. You can't take care of your wife. You can't discipline your wife. When I say discipline, I don't mean it in a wicked way, but you can't have a conversation with your wife to create order in the house, and so be the case. But you literally are in a science lab, creating bombs and guns and stuff to kill people. A lot of these powerful men, their personal life is a mess. Their personal life is a mess. I'm telling you. Their wife is miserable. And a lot of things. Their kids are rude. But yet they are creating bums and want to be the boss of the world. How could you want to be the boss of the world and your house is in a mess? Nonsense, right? A lot of that's wicked. That's wicked. You want to rule and you don't have the intrinsic and the wisdom to rule in. When you rule, a ruler needs wisdom. A ruler, a leader needs wisdom. You have a lot of rulers and leaders that are fools. I don't want to call, Lord, forgive me. Forgive me for calling people fools. Oh my goodness.